everybody!
Happy Wednesday!
If you're wondering what to do, feeling lonely, feeling blue, grab a cup, start a brew, QuaranTea is here for you. Hello!
Welcome back to the week of weekdays.
What is
shows.
this, like, this is week 3 of the full-on stay-at-home here in Washington State.
I think it is, yeah.
I think that sounds right.
The times is a-changin'.
Go Dallas Stars. Best team in the NHL, I don't care what anybody says.
Go Ghostbusters!
Nah.
I got this onesie because I was so excited just to have a Ghostbusters onesie. And then it's kind of boring. Like, the rest of it's just black. Or white. I'm dyslexic. But, it's all just bland white. And the only cool thing, really, is the little headpiece and the little handkerchief thing. But I love it.
I'm sharing, then I'll be back on.
Okay. Teaching my husband Facebook. I'd like to know about any, friends, relationships that you have where it's like, I want to hear this craziest thing that you've helped someone with in these times where everyone's like learning new technology and stuff. What's the weirdest question you've been asked to help with?
That's an interesting conundrum.
Well, yeah, people are having to learn new technology right now to, still communicate and be present and join us for QuaranTea.
Absolutely. Oh, jinx. Pinkies up, as they say. And they being us. We're the ones that say that. And the English, I suppose.
We are.
Yeah. At least England has a queen. Never mind. Yeah.
La la la. No more politics. No more politics except for...
I don't know if I can hear that.
And that means...
It's time for your update.
The King and Queen's Dilemma.
House Otterwolf got swamped this week.
We got shit stomped is what happened.
We did. Everything we voted yay on, the vote went nay. Everything we voted nay on, the vote went yay. The
Did it matter
things
how
we
much money we threw at
abstained
it?
from
That looks like they were supposed to go our way.
still went the opposite way of what we needed it to.
Everything was bad in our game.
For House Otterwolf. For the other houses, well, House Radish was on our side. Much love to House Radish.
The names of our houses have been made up by the people that are playing, which is super fun. We've got 6 couples.
Let's see, there's House Seafellow.
Yes.
House Prickle Patter. House Monte Cristo. House Rohesia. House Otterwolf. And House Radish.
Well done, I'm remembering all the names.
Well, we've been playing for 3 weeks now, so it's getting
These
in there.
games are lengthy. They are fun.
Yeah. So we started the 4th age of King. Well, it was a King's Dilemma this time because we had King Foamy Boy.
Foamy Boy.
King Foamy Boy the First.
Foamy Boy, what are they feeding you?
And he was a jackwagon. He
was a
started
jackass.
wars. Didn't do anything for the people.
We love you, sea fellows.
Yeah, mostly.
Needless to say,
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how the whole thing plays out because it's a series of like 7 generations. I think
it's
so.
7
We're about halfway through the game.
generations, yeah.
Holy crap! If you want a long-standing game that you can continue playing with people, check out King's Dilemma.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
and
fun.
then gender bend that because Queen's Dilemma is just as relevant. So
Well, and if you have a queen, it's a queen's dilemma. And if you have a king, it's a king's dilemma. And whoever
You
wins,
choose.
whatever house wins that week,
whatever you think.
gets. It's too low. You're nobody. There it is. No. But it's a fun game, and we're super thankful to our friends TJ and Abby for getting us involved.
Yes.
And hopefully this week, we found the golden map.
Yes, this golden elusive map is supposed to lead us all to treasure.
Which our house doesn't believe is real.
No. But honestly, our house, we're pretty ignorant.
Our house is pretty crazy. We're, if it was real life, I would not be in House Otterwolf, even though they have a cool name.
We have the best name.
Best colors.
But, yeah, we're not great.
Yeah. We're kind of bums. But it's a fun game, and definitely look into it.
Look into, we've talked a couple times before, other games that you can play on Zoom and other things like that. We did do some Jackbox TV with Mike Walkendorf, financial advisor. Look him up if you need some financial advice. Mike Walkendorf, he's your guy. And he's not sponsoring us, but we love him.
We love him.
Just try to
and he's a fantastic human.
He's just an amazing human. Oh, he's incredible. Love Mike. But, So, find something to do. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, find some other good humans and stick close to them online. Doing something communal that you can work with together. Respectfully. Respectfully.
Love you, Anthony.
Gorge Crew.
Gorge Crew, what's up?
The topic we wrote down to talk about is sad.
It's like real talk stuff,
Yeah.
We've all been in this long enough now that, the initial, I think the novelty of it is worn off enough for everybody now.
Yeah. Yay, we get to be home. Okay, when do we not get to be? Can we go outside one day? That would be nice. Yeah.
Jess is making, she's crocheting masks, because you can make it home masks. And it's pretty cute. Look at it. It's
so
crochet.
Do not just think that a crochet anything is going to help prevent you from getting COVID.
It will
This weave is not thick enough. You can see holes through it, as you can with most of the fabrics that we have. From what I've read, this is just going to be the foundation. I'll put a filter inside. I'll put a pouch inside. Well, it'll be a pouch that'll hold the filter kind of thing. And what I'm going to use is either two of the best cotton, 100% cotton t-shirts that I could find, or some shop towels. I've been hearing there's not a lot of science yet on it, but the science that we do have shows that those two things are the best that we've tested so far to the point, as far as
do-it-yourself masks.
Preventative sort of fabric materials. The other ones are just, they're like hospital grade fabrics and stuff that you just can't
like
get. They're so
the
expensive.
N95s, those are hospital grade.
Yeah. So while it's not available to all of us, because the healthcare workers need those things, please don't go get those things if you don't need them.
100%,
frontline workers need them more than just people who wander out. But a homemade mask, it took me 2 days because I hadn't crocheted in a while.
Day and a half. She started last night at like 8:30.
But it's almost done. And I'm going to do a little loop here. I'm going to do one more and then put a little button so that I can adjust the ear strap. This is a little stretchy. And it'll go right behind the ear.
And it'll be flexible because it's crocheted fabric, and so it'll be
machine washable.
Machine washable. And remember, wearing masks isn't about keeping other people or keeping yourself sick. It's you spreading. It's to keep you from spreading your germs to other people. Whether you're asymptomatic or non-symptomatic.
Yeah, the science is not out if it prevents necessarily, but it should help a little bit, generally speaking, for things that are this small that can just travel in the air.
The biggest thing is
6 feet of distance.
Yeah, if I wear a mask and you wear a mask, and both of us are asymptomatic carriers of the virus, and we go to a place where there's 50 other people and they're all wearing masks, their masks aren't going to keep us from getting them sick. Our masks are. So do your part. Wear a mask when you go out. Wear something. Good God, wear something. Yeah, you look silly. Yeah, you look like a burglar in the Old West. Who gives a solid gold poop?
Oh, a solid gold poop?
I mean, I'd give a solid gold poop. That'd be pretty sweet. But the reality is, folks, that we're all in this together, as we keep saying, and we got to take our part. We got to do our part to keep everybody else safe. It's not just about keeping ourselves safe. It's about keeping everybody else safe too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the things. Like, you got time. Create something useful, pull out a skill that you haven't used in a while, and figure it out.
Yeah.
Make a mask with a filter of some kind, and still stay 6 feet apart.
Right. And the reason for all that is because not enough people have been doing that, and now things are changing even more for a huge demographic of our population, for everybody, sure, but we have a daughter. She's a senior in high school. Well, she was, because today Washington State canceled school for the rest of the year. So
now suddenly she's a graduate all of a sudden, which is the strange, surreal universe that we live in, where there's so much build up to this coming of age portion of her life.
And not just her life, but every senior in every high school in America who's getting canceled. And They're missing prom, many of them. There won't be a graduation ceremony to walk in. There's, they're going to get their diplomas mailed to them.
There's no last week of goodbyes.
Yeah, they're missing out. Like my daughter is missing basically 2 months with her friends who she's been friends with her whole life, or at least through high school.
And it's just over.
And yeah, now they're all done. So they're off to live their lives now. There's some of those people
without ceremony at all. Just, okay.
Yeah, everybody's off to live their life now, and that's something that everybody else has got, and we have to take that into consideration. If you know young people, especially seniors, and it's affecting all school age kids, because every school that got canceled, the 5th graders didn't get to say goodbye to their friends either, and the 9th graders didn't get to say goodbye to their friends, and that's all true. So it doesn't matter what age the kids are.
Yeah, this next generation has bore the brunt of a lot of the mistakes of our generation and older generations. Just going to put it very bluntly.
No, it's the truth, absolutely.
It's the truth. They have no control over the world right now until they're 18, and then they can actually vote on something and speak up and do something. I mean, there are younger kids that are speaking up, and I love those kids. But the voting and being part of the process at 18 is where we decided to start it. And now they're just in the world with all of this weight of the crap we've put on them.
And here's the other thing about that, too, that's something important to listen to or think about, is that we need to friggin' listen to them. We need to listen to this generation of 18, 17, 18, 19-year-old kids who are now adults, young adults, and are fixing to be right quick. Because here's the deal. They were born in a country that has been at war their entire lives.
Since 9/11, exactly, Robert.
They've consistently been at war.
They've never known peace.
They've had a financial collapse, and now they're having another financial collapse of their country. They're having a rise in racism, sexism, misogyny, homophobia, xenophobia. When that shit should have been eradicated years ago. That's what World War II was about, guys. Yeah. And that's what the Civil Rights Movement was about. And they're still dealing with it. And half of them are being told who to hate because they're not American enough, or they're not white enough, or they're not rich enough, or they're not
straight enough.
It doesn't matter. Half these kids are getting told what to do, and you know what? The beautiful thing is that a lot of those kids are rejecting that because they see the world 24/7, because we invented cell phones to make it convenient for us, and then give them shit for looking at cell phones like we do all the time and being educated and smart about the world. These kids know what's up. They want the change that this country needs. And I'm not here to start talking about candidates or anything like that. Y'all can infer from this what you want. But the kids want a certain person to be the leader of this country. The only person, in my opinion, who has shown himself to be a leader at this point.
With
that's in the race. That's still in the race. Because Governor Inslee in Washington State, killing it, doing a great job. Governor Cuomo, doing a great job. Taking care of their people like leaders do.
Yes. That's what
we need to listen to them. And it's not my generation, her generation, our generation. We're not okay either. We're not. It's our kids that we screwed them up too, because we didn't take any of this crap seriously, and now the world is all jacked up, and we're expecting, hey, welcome to the world. We're taking away the last year high school experience. You're an adult now. Go fix the world, or don't, because you're gonna die anyway because of our screw-ups and our parents' screw-ups. Yeah. It's the baby boomers, and it's all of them. It's the boomers. It's the millennials. It's Generation X. It's all of them. We're all at fault, guys. Every single one of us. Stop pointing fingers and blaming other people for your problems. Just get together and fix it. Yes. It's a simple concept. Just fix it.
Yeah. Anyone that can look into the face of a senior in particular right now that's just suddenly been forced into adulthood with none of the things that anyone else remembers about that time of their life. At this point, most generations have had that very same experience. Graduation ceremony, walking across the stage, the pain of not knowing if you're going to see your friends again or seeing them again suddenly, and being excited for that on that last day of school, and then the prom, and all of the experience, and They have none of it. Look them in the face and tell me that, yeah, this is okay.
Yeah.
We have to change. And to change, we got to do something more like this. Have a conversation.
Because we don't need to change for ourselves. We need to change for our children.
Yes.
That's who we need to change for.
I mean,
Because-
we'll also benefit, but...
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, anyway.
I'm frustrated by it. I'm devastated for my daughter and her friends. I made a Facebook post earlier that said, while I'm thankful that Governor Inslee closed the school for the safety of our children and the safety of our teachers and administrators, it's absolutely the right thing to do. But I'm devastated for him that it had to come to this.
Yeah.
And it's just a terrible crap situation. So what do you do in terrible crap situations?
You make art.
You make art! Why? Because art makes everything better.
It does. It's funny how in civilization, artists and creatives are always crapped on. However,
When the
we're
dookie
all,
hits the fan.
when crap hits the fan, who do we all turn to? We turn to the creatives.
The artists!
We come back for art and for love and for music.
Actors!
Yes.
And act.
For distraction and for
Hi, Jen. Hi, Robert. I seen you on there.
community and connection and sharing in this together. Art reminds us of that. So
And
create.
community.
Keep creating.
Create arts. We're creating something right now.
Yes.
Go ahead. You go first.
Okay. So we got these planters. I've got a couple of plants that I need to replant still that I've held off on because I had these pots. And they're just regular, like, I don't know, terracotta pots. But I decided to do a mermaid scene on them. So I've got 3 mermaids in the works here. And I'm very excited. Yee!
And mine is very not as artistic as hers. Well, it is, but it's in a different
is.
manner. I'm going for kind of the real, like, traditional folk arty. I'm gonna put it's a beach, and then this is the sky, and then I'm gonna put water in there, and I'm gonna put like a lighthouse and some grass and trees and some birds and maybe a boat out in the water. So
It's gonna be very cute.
like Norman Rockwell-y, traditional folk American folk art is the
Yes.
view I'm looking for. That's
He has to hold it that way because it's still a little wet. But share what you've been creating lately. We want to know. We want to see. Keep the art posting into our community tab and take a gander.
Yeah, anything
Walk
you're
through
doing.
something creative with your downtime. We all got a lot of downtime.
Nicolette, hi, Nico.
Hi, Nico. Hi, Tiffany. Life hands you lemons? Damn right. Make some
Lemon meringue.
lemon meringue. Hi.
Or just lemon cookies because they're delicious.
No, pie.
Ooh, lemon meringue pie. I do like a lemon meringue pie.
I love pie.
We've eaten a lot of apple pie in the most recent things, which is great. But
Yeah, apple recipes are actually kind of easy. I've always been intimidated with cooking with fruit, but yeah.
I grew up in Yakima.
I've made
Well,
apple
outside of
pie,
Yakima,
Yakima.
Washington. It's apple country. It's apple capital of the world.
Apple everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of apples going on. It's a very, very cool thing. I used to play Army. We didn't have trees nearby, so we would go into the apple orchards to play Army. That was our Ardennes forest.
Such a different childhood than mine.
Which actually worked out well, though, because the Ardennes forest at times was planted in rows. Well, after the Second World War, so now you can go to the Ardennes and it's planted
like
in
a
rows. It looks like an
dream to
orchard.
me.
Yeah, but it was true.
Yeah, I grew up in Orlando,
Hi,
and
Mom.
so hi, Ma. Our childhoods are just a teensy bit different because I was in the city, and so all of the fears and craziness that happens in the city, affected my childhood. Where there's no way I could just run off into the universe and not tell
Yeah.
my parents where
Well,
the heck
and
I'm at.
I grew up a few years earlier than you. I am 8 years older.
That's
so
not a whole lot.
not a
though.
whole lot, but I mean, it was, I think, a time before.
Okay, it's a little bit, but still.
You know.
Hi, Mandy.
We'd jump on our bikes and ride to Suntides Market on the side of the 2-lane highway, and we riding our bikes, no helmets, no nothing, and it was like a mile away. And we had to build up to that. First, it was like you can go down to Mike's, the grocery store, and then from Mike's you could ride your bike down to the park, and then once you got to the park, then you could take the long
Oh my
curve
God.
out and go out to
I couldn't
Suntides
even go
once you
outside
got
of
a little older.
my street without someone accompanying me.
Yeah, no, we were definitely summer times, and my mom's here. She can back me up on this. Where summer times where we'd go outside and we'd just be gone in the neighborhood until it got dark, and mom or dad would come to the door and yell out the door.
But you had to be within earshot, right?
Yeah, generally had to be
that
in
rule's
with
still
it.
there.
Once it got dark, like in the summertime, we could be in our yard or Stevie Tucker's yard next door. A lot of Ghost in the Graveyard going on during summer nights.
Please tell them about Ghost in the Graveyard.
Ghost in the Graveyard was a game that we made up when we were kids, and it was super fun. It was like, I mean, it's not like we made up this version of tag. I mean, everybody has made up a similar version and called it something. We just happened to call it Ghost in the Graveyard.
Such a great name for a game. Who
Yeah,
doesn't want to play Ghost in the Graveyard, right?
And you could only play it at nighttime, like when it was dark or dusk. There was an intention behind it. But basically, it was reverse hide and go seek. So instead of having one person who was the seeker and they would count and everybody else would run off and hide. Oh yeah, I went to Suntides.
Oh,
It was a little.
Ma didn't
She
know.
knows. It was later in the days. Once I was older, 10, 12, 10, 11, 12.
Will he have been in trouble? I want to know.
But so instead of one person counting and everybody else hiding, you do it backwards. So one person is the ghost in the graveyard, and they go and hide in a mausoleum or grave or something like that, whatever. And then everybody else is paranormal investigators, and so they go out but you all break up and go separately. So when one person finds the ghost, they yell, "Ghost in the graveyard!" And then everybody has to get back to base, and the ghost chases. He can tag anybody until they get back to base. And if you get tagged, then you become the ghost the next time. So it's hide and go seek, just reverse numbers, and we call it Ghost in the Graveyard, and it was super fun. And
teach your kids.
when you're young, you get in your
Play as
imagination, and it was always super fun because it'd be dark, and you get into your head about it when you're a 8-year-old, and you start thinking you're really going through. And even though it's your buddy next, hiding in the shed, when your buddy jumps out and goes boogie 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 boogie, you damn near shit yourself, and and then you like that, and go to the graveyard. And we used to get some good scares, man. That was a fun game.
Best scare that you've ever
The
done.
best scare that I ever made actually wasn't from Ghost in the Graveyard. The best scare, as a child anyway,
Okay.
the best scare I ever did was we were playing Friday the 13th. Because I was Jason for Halloween one year, so I had the hockey mask and the fake plastic machete and the overall things. And so we were playing Friday the 13th because we're weirdos. And so I was the killer. And I guess it was basically like playing Ghost in the Graveyard, but they would just walk around and play whatever, and then I would come out and hack them with my machete. And
Just show up.
yeah, it's
No one
Jason. Of course. They'd run around the building. I'd still be behind them, just walking the whole time. It was crazy. But but we had a neighborhood kid. His name was Brooks Coles. Brooks Coles. Cool kid. He's a little bit younger than my brother. Neighborhood kid, really fun guy, really good guy. And he was, but like I say, a bit younger than my brother, who's 4 years younger than I am. Maddie! And so we were playing Friday the 13th, and I hid one time, and nobody could find me. And they were looking for me, and I kept hiding from different places, right? And I was taking it way too serious. And then it got a little darker, and it was getting to be dusk, and so they all went. It was my brother and Steve Tucker and his sister, Lisa and Brooks, and I think maybe one other kid at the neighborhood. And they were in the front of the garage, and they lifted the garage door, and they were talking about, well, I guess we're just going to quit. We'll just go tell Ryan that we're done playing, right? And I, in my Jason mask, had climbed up on this pallet that leaned up against our garage, and there was a window in the garage. And I was just standing in the garage in my Jason mask, just standing in the window.
Creepy MFer here.
Just watching them. And I could hear them because it was just around the corner. So I was just standing there. And they were talking, blah, 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 blah. And Brooks, this poor kid, was like, yeah, so anyway, I think I want to... Ah! Like, he saw me in the window, and it was abject terror went through this kid's whole body, and he just... And he turned around, and he just ran. He lived at the far side of the street, and he just started running. And everybody started screaming. They didn't know what he was screaming out. They just... Ah! And so they started running after him. I was laughing so hard I fell off the thing, just about. Was all in hysterics. Finally, he went home. I think he was really scared of him. I felt bad. I mean, it's bad enough that we ended up going down and knocking on his door, and his mom opened the door, and I was like, I didn't mean to scare him so bad. We were playing the scary game, you know, and he came out to the door and was like, "No, I'm not scared." And I was like, "I didn't think you were, buddy." And you know, so but it was pretty crazy. So, but that was hands down the best scare I ever got. Sorry if you needed new underwear, Brooks. If you ever watched this, my fault. But it was a great scare. You got to admit, it was a great scare. What's your best scare?
Oh,
We've done some haunted forest before.
Yeah, my best or my favorite? My favorite scare was, so the Pasco JCs, shout out to y'all. They're in Kennewick, Washington.
Or Pasco.
Or Pasco, Washington.
That makes
Tri-Cities, Washington. And they do a haunted forest at Sacagawea Park every year.
And it's so good.
They actually go in and like machete out this actual trail through the actual woods, light it with some tiki torches and lights and everything so you can follow this trail, but barely. And it's great. Scenes set up all the way through the woods.
It's about like 3/4 of a mile.
It's 3/4 of a mile to a mile of a walk through some woods. It's really awesome.
And there's scares all over the place. Boom,
All
boom,
over the
boom,
place.
Boom, there's jumping at you.
The first time I did it, I love horror makeup. I was helping with, gore people up because it's fun. And I gored myself up as like this zombie lady, and I ran across this gross baby doll. So naturally, I'm a zombie mom begging for people to help me with my baby. And it followed me for like 4 years during that. I was like the creepy zombie mom, or anyway, that was my favorite. I have some pictures, but that's my absolute favorite scare.
Yeah.
Just because it became such a thing, people would come out and keep talking about it. I'm like, I didn't think that would affect people that much, but apparently it did. It was great. Good scares are fun sometimes.
Can't wait for Halloween.
Can't wait for Halloween.
I hope this isn't our costumes and we're doing this. That'd be garbage.
Hey, we'll figure out something good for Halloween. If this is still our reality, we'll figure out something good. Halloween party.
Yeah, there'll be like a holiday special. I don't know if it'll be the Peanuts Great Pumpkin thing, but
probably not. But always fun to say. One more thing
times.
before we sign
David,
off
what's
for the day.
up?
Hi, David. We want
Maddie McG. Check it out.
We love our Dave background. We want to open up a contest.
Ooh, a contest. Remember, speaking of contests, remember that this Friday we'll be checking everybody's COVID bingo.
Or Thursday, but we're going to remind you every day.
Friday is when we do it, right?
No, Friday's
COVID
coloring
bingo?
book.
Oh, Friday's so Thursday will be COVID bingo.
Yeah, Thursday we're going to hopefully see if we have a winner for COVID bingo. If you don't know about it, check our QuaranTea Facebook page, and there is a downloadable picture, printable. Keep it on your computer and check them off. We need 5 in a row. First one to 5 gets a prize.
Take a picture
like a prize
of
pack
it
right now, actually.
Send it to us on the COVID page as a like a post on our page so that everybody can see that you've got it. Mark them off, whatever. But you have to verify it.
Yeah.
So if it's
verified with stories, pictures, links to videos, all of that stuff, because we want to hear about it. So part of winning our prize pack is we want to hear your stories of how you beat COVID bingo.
We do have a prize pack. That's no BS.
We do. I've got 3 things in it so far.
Ooh, 3 things.
And we'll ship it to whoever wins. So first one to 5 in a row with proof wins. Thank you.
You're welcome. She had a fuzzy wuzzy.
But
on her bear.
Another contest we're going to put up now. We have been asked
by several
people to do a scene.
A dramatic reading.
A dramatic reading or something. But we were at odds of like what scene should we pick? So we'd like to open it up. If you'd like to write a 3 to 5 minute scene for Ryan and Jess, we will pick one and we will learn it and we will perform it here. So email it to quaranteaparty@gmail.com.
Like the full 9 props.
The full 9. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. The home-based version.
We will give you a 3 to 5 minute play of your choosing.
Yes.
Let's keep it tasteful, folks.
We can't go nude.
This
Sorry.
is not OnlyFans. My mom watches, for Pete's sake.
So PG-13 to R, I guess. We've been sprinkling in rent every now and again, Tiffany.
Tiffany's like, rent!
Everyone's been screaming rent at us. That would be a big undertaking because there's so many characters in Rent.
But I get to be Angel. But I'm keeping the beard.
Oh, honey, you are not Angel.
You're right, I'm Collins.
Yeah, you are. Anyway, there's your rent for the evening right there.
Yeah.
We love ya.
3 to 5 minute scene. It could be about anything goofy, funny, serious. What do you know? If you want to see us stretch our acting chops, write something that's a little bit more dramatic. We're happy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that can become a regular feature of doing 5-minute plays.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So, if you have
Hit
any
us up
ideas,
with your creative.
yeah, write it down, put it in a
influence.
Word document,
3 to 5 minutes.
send it to us as a PDF. You can either send it to the page, like there's a link to it, or you can email it to us at
QuaranTeaParty@gmail.com.
QuaranTeaParty@gmail.com.
The email is on the Facebook page as well if you get lost. So
Yeah.
you could always contact us through there as well and send it that way. Or if whatever reason it doesn't work, we'll figure out how to get it. But yeah, so that's another contest that we've got. COVID bingo and the 3 to 5 minute scene.
Theater
Theater
Thursdays.
Thursdays.
There it is. That's a smart idea.
That could be it. Or Theater Tuesday. Either way.
Yeah, Theater Thursday. sounds
Theater
good.
Thursday does sound better.
Yeah.
I like it, Tiffany. That might just stick. Maybe not for this Thursday. We can talk about theater
We can,
on
yeah,
Thursday.
or we could read a scene that's from something prepared that we already, or a show that we already have. We
Yeah.
have a bunch of scripts back there.
We do have a ton of scripts.
We can just read 5 minutes Shakespeare.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yeah. After he slurps his tea.
I'm slurping my tea because tea is delicious. Today I'm having a Red Dragon spiced chai.
I'm trying that salted caramel. Rah, rah, rah. It's delicious. I highly recommend it. Hope you're grabbing a cup and chillaxing on your Monday evening. And until we see you tomorrow.
We love you guys. And remember,
If you're wondering what to do, feeling lonely, feeling blue, grab a cup, start a brew. QuaranTea is here for you.
We love ya.
Bye-bye.
See ya tomorrow.